The drive preparation module provides three different main functions. Firstly, it can test a drive for reliability, potentially identifying any faulty drives before they are put into active use in an investigation. Secondly, it can write a specific byte pattern and verify the byte pattern has been written to the entire drive, making sure there's no chance of data contamination between investigations. This operation is referred to often as drive wiping or disk wiping, and basically refers to the operation of writing a data pattern, typically zeros, across the entire disk, thus effectively wiping all current data contained on the device, including slack space and unallocated space. Lastly, it can format a drive to either the NTFS or FAT32 file system to be ready to be used for investigation. For example, many investigators will want to wipe a USB device prior to installing OSForensics for processing live machines. The NTFS file system is usually recommended for use as an OSF USB, since FAT32 systems cannot write files larger than 4 GB in size. So for example, if you were trying to collect a RAM dump on a system with 8 GB or more of RAM, you would not be able to write that file out to a USB drive formatted with FAT32. Multiple disks can be acted on at once by selecting the multiple rows in the drive list. An action may be stopped at any time with the stop button. If additional drives have been added to the system since OSForensics has been started, you can refresh the list of drives that can be tested with the Refresh Drive List button. The drive test does not test the entire drive, as in most cases this would take many hours. Rather, to provide the fastest possible test while providing the greatest test coverage for the drive, the test writes and reads test data to the drive directly and not via the file system. The test will test the start of the drive, the end of the drive, and random samples in between. The random sample stage of the test will continue until about 10% of the disk is tested. As such, the drive test will delete the file system information and data on the drive. Administrator privileges are required for this test. If the very quick test option is selected, the testing is kept to around 3 minutes in length. The drives that can be tested are shown in the physical drive list. The only drives allowed to be tested are fixed and removable drives. The system drives, such as the C drive, cannot be tested. The write data pattern to entire drive feature will effectively set every byte on the drive to the specified value, the default being 0, but any number from 0 up to 255 is possible. This operation wipes a disk and removes any possibility of data cross-contamination when using the drive in a new investigation, as the operation securely wipes all previously existing data from the device. Once the write process is complete, the Verify Pattern option is selected. Will verify the operation was successful by reading back all data from the disk and checking each byte value is the specified byte value. As this function acts on the entirety of a drive, it may take some time depending on the size of the drive. The Format Drive option will set up the partition and format the drive to the specified file system. Any previous partitions or file systems that may be present will be removed and replaced with a single volume containing either NTFS or FAT32. FAT32 is only allowed on drives no larger than 2 terabytes in total size. And again, if the quick format is unselected, then the free disk space for the volume will be written with zeros as well. The write drive prep log to drive root option will write a short text log of the test and options chosen during preparation of the drive. The drive log can only be written if the formatting was successful and the volume is accessible.